soft skills. Soft skills is one of the major points that we learn to live with. Soft skills applies to everyone, the young, the mid-age, the old. And when I talk about the old, I'm talking about those who live a youthful mind. Most people hear about soft skills, and I think actually they are soft. In real life, they are not soft. But once applied in a right way, they become soft skills. These soft skills are things that are around us, in our vicinity, in our environment, in our lifestyle, in our school, everywhere. These soft skills can be applicable by anyone and anywhere. Together with me is Solomon Kobwemi, a young man at the tender age of 45 and all the way from Bunyoro. It's always a pleasure having him here. So wonderful. It's a great pleasure having you, my brother. And I had to use all his government names so that you can understand who's going to be speaking to us. But again, before I go further, he is a name protector. If you're out there and you've been a name protector, then you know what it means by being an name protector. He's a trainer, he's a coach, he's a public speaker, name it. He is a Rotarian. And by his looks and his smartness, better than me, he tells you who he is. You're most welcome to our podcast, and it's a pleasure having you once again, Solomon. And I feel very honored having such a person of your caliber like you.
Thank you, Brian. I was just laughing at the introduction. It is so funny, and I think that's a soft skill that you have.
Yeah.
Yes, you have really done a very good introduction of soft skills. I would say these are things which are around us and within us,
Yes.
and are all about us. They're in the environment, they're in the schools, they are in our workplaces. However, not many of us are actually aware of them. Somebody has gone ahead to say the hard skills will get you into a place. But what will keep you there are the soft skills.
Soft skills.
Somebody has gone ahead to define soft skills as skills of tomorrow. I agree with him partly, but also say tomorrow is actually now.
Yes.
We don't have to wait for tomorrow for us to start honing our soft skills. I love the way you just did the introduction. It was like a mastery of how you do your thing here. That's a soft skill.
Wow.
How do you draw your audience in? How do you bring people to speed in a way that is not like lecture or what, but something which is interesting, and people are just coming and they're like, yes, I would like to listen to this gentleman. That's a skill.
Wow.
And so what are these skills? The ability to express yourself, the ability to speak. Some people keep thinking, for me to speak in public, I must first go for a public speaking training. That is very okay. But you know that you can also gently and slowly develop your public speaking abilities. Have you attended a public speaking?
No.
You haven't?
No.
But the way you do it is like a public speaker. How have you done that? It's because you know what you have, the things you're involved in, and you make time to make sure that you learn. And you know how to convey messages across. This is what really tickles my mind. I have worked for the last 22 years. I left university at the age of 23 and I got a job immediately. Thank God. And I've noticed over these years that there are so many of us who are very talented. We have first-class degrees. Actually, we have amassed more than one, and things seem to be very okay for, according to the papers. But you get a first-class degree holder, you give them a job to do, and they cannot do it. They cannot stand up and express themselves before an audience. Public speaking, zero. They cannot hold a conversation with another person. Interpersonal relationships are lacking. People are very smart and they cannot keep teams together
Yeah.
because they don't know how to lead.
Yes.
Their level of emotional intelligence is wanting, and they're not aware. So I got challenged, and I said, what can I do other than my 8 to 5 job? You know, my 8 to 5 job.
Yeah.
But also looking at my 8 to 5 job, you know, I work with NSSF, and
Yes.
I started at from the lowest level I could say.
Yes.
I started. We used to be called data processing assistants.
Yeah.
I joined NSSF in 2008, and data processing assistants, our hard skills were working for us.
Yes.
We were punching in data. By then,
Yes.
we were not yet digital.
Yeah.
We were doing manual things. An employer would submit hard copies of schedules, regardless of the number of employees they have.
Yes.
Look at an employer like Kakira.
Yes.
Look at security groups in Uganda.
Yes.
They have so many employees, but they would bring those schedules physically,
Yes.
and data processing assistants would punch in that data in the system
Manually.
manually.
Yes.
Now, there, your hard skills were working.
Yes.
Then I transitioned into what they called contributions officer,
Yes.
where I had to go and collect.
Yes.
Collect. Now, I had to interface with people. I needed the hard skills. I needed to know how to drive. I needed to know how to write reports. I needed to know how to balance my ledgers. But also, I needed to know how to talk to people.
Yes. A softer skill comes in.
A soft skill comes in. Previously,
Yeah.
I was dealing with paper, I was dealing with a computer.
Yeah.
It was easier.
Yes.
But also, I had to know how to deal with my colleagues at work.
Yes.
Soft skills.
Soft skills.
Now I go out, I'm dealing with employers,
Yes.
I'm dealing with HR managers, I'm dealing with CEOs.
Yes.
Man, then I have to start harnessing my soft skills on communication,
Yeah.
on presentation. How do I present myself?
Yes.
You know, some of us take things for granted.
Yeah.
We just dress anyhow. To be honest,
Yeah.
every person needs to think about how they show up.
Yes.
That is a skill.
Yeah.
How do you show up?
When you talk about the dressing, and,
yes,
we thought dressing is about money, and you must be rich to be smart.
Oh, wow, I love that.
And if I'm put a reference to you as a village champion, I know, guys, when I tell him that he's a village champion,
Yeah.
I mean he's among some of us who are actually born
and
raised
yes.
by the village.
Yes.
I know you were born and raised as a village champion in Masindi.
In Hoima.
In Hoima.
Yes.
Even not even Masindi. Masindi is closer. But Hoima.
What are you talking about?
Now, born and raised as a village champion. And now you come to Kampala, and now you come to spaces of people who are highly competitive.
Yes.
I know your primary school may not have been one of the schools on the world map by then. Maybe it was the ordinary school by then.
Yes, of course.
So, and you came here, and here you're joined by a team of, other colleagues coming from different schools that had maybe better skills for you.
Of course.
So how did you take this decision really to elevate yourself in a fast-paced environment and get your level?
Oh, Brian, you're hitting a very, very serious nerve here.
Yeah.
My story starts in senior one,
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah.
My story starts in senior one. And what happened in this one? I was from a village school in Hoima, as you have mentioned.
Yeah.
And then my brother takes me on, as I shared the previous podcast, that I'm a product of grace, people's kindness. And so my brother picks me up after I finished my P7. My brother is an older man, I mean, compared to me. So he picks me up and takes me to town, to Masindi.
Yes.
That's how I connect with Masindi now.
Yes.
So, and he takes me to Masindi Secondary School, a town school.
Yes.
Back in the village, we were using vernacular. By the way, I miss those times where they would instruct us in vernacular for the first 4 years of primary school, where we learned Runyoro Toro, we learned how to, we learned Enganikyo, we learned Enfumo, we learned all those things. And we learned how to read and write vernacular. I can still read and write in vernacular, by the way.
Yeah.
But now I come to Masindi Secondary School and I have to speak English.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. It was hard. Now, The class monitor used to keep the register for the on behalf of the class teacher.
Yeah.
So one day he comes to take the register. He had taken like a week or so without taking it. So he comes and he's asking everyone
Yeah.
the days they missed, the number of days they missed
Yeah.
in the previous week.
Yeah.
So he comes to me and says, so Solomon, how many days did you miss last week?
Yeah.
And Brian, I looked for the word.
Yeah.
I failed to find it.
Yeah.
I scratched my head. I failed to find the word.
Yes.
Then I just blurted and said, no one.
Yes.
Man, everybody laughed.
Yes.
I was so embarrassed,
Mhm.
but I had to stay strong.
Yeah.
From that day forward, I resolved
Mhm.
to learn English.
Yes.
I got a dictionary and started reading it like any other textbook to help me.
Yeah.
I owe this English I speak now
Yeah.
to that experience.
Yeah.
And then I used to be a very timid guy. I was bullied a lot.
Yes.
I was body shamed quite
Yeah.
when I was growing up.
Yeah.
And my esteem was really low.
Yeah.
And so I could never speak in class. First of all, my English was no good.
Yeah.
I used to think I was not good enough because I was bullied. And one of the things I was bullied about, can you imagine that I had big fat legs?
Yes.
Like for women, you know?
Yeah. That leg.
How can you have such big fat legs like
Yes.
women?
Yeah.
I'm like, but why?
Yeah.
How can you write this neatly like a woman?
Yes.
But so it's like everything around me was not okay.
Yeah.
And I had believed that lie. So I would never speak in class.
Yes.
But good enough, I had very good written English.
Yes.
So I would pass my exams.
Yes.
Actually, from senior one and senior two, I was number one for all the
entire.
yes. And so people started respecting me for my head.
Yes.
But then I changed schools and went to Masinda Academy for
Yeah.
senior three. And then people started wondering which kind of person I was. And they started pushing me to do debates, but I could not speak.
Yes.
Until a certain friend of mine, he's now an MP,
Yeah.
Joab Busing, he's an
Yeah.
MP, I think, for Masinde municipality right now.
Yeah.
I will say he coerced me into debating.
Yeah.
So I started slowly showing up and, timidly. By senior five, I was now okay. I even started taking on leadership roles in the
Yeah.
school. I was a prefect. I was in charge of discipline in the school.
Yeah.
And then by the time I reached senior six, I was one of the main discussants in class.
Mhm.
I was one of the main guys to present during seminars.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and then I realized that I was really good.
Yes.
And this gave birth to my desire
Yeah.
to pass on knowledge. That gave birth to my desire to train. I told you I'm a trainer.
Yeah.
That's why I'm even a UN trainer.
Yes.
So it is that history.
Yeah.
When I joined university, now this was another interesting occurrence.
Yeah.
I joined university from Masindi. My first time I told you to Kampala was when I was joining university.
Yes.
And first year people start asking questions like, which school are you from?
Yeah.
Where did you go for this? Where do you come from?
Yeah.
Basically, they're trying, to me, they were trying to see which social status you belong to.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I wasn't feeling very comfortable.
Yes.
So one day they asked me, so you're from Budo?
Mhm.
I'm like, I wish.
Yeah.
Not Budo, okay. Makerere College? I'm like,
On Masagari.
are you from Namibia? They were mentioning all these schools. I'm like,
Yes.
people, I am from a very humble school. They was like, which one is that?
Yeah.
I said Masinda Academy. What?
Mhm.
That's also a school?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, it is. The reason as to why I didn't want to tell you.
Yeah.
Said, okay. No, that's okay. So are you in technology?
Mhm.
Are you doing engineering?
Mhm.
Are you doing law? I'm like, no, actually, I am doing education.
Yeah.
Education.
Yeah.
English literature and
Mhm.
English language.
Mhm.
I said, no, I'm doing economics and geography. You see faces deflate and, I didn't meet the expectation, but it was okay.
Yeah.
But you see, The story is that I had outgrown certain feelings,
Yeah.
certain stereotypes, and become better.
Yeah.
When I opened my mouth to speak, people thought I was from a first world school, how they used to refer to them.
Yes.
And yet I was from Masinde Academy.
Yeah.
That story in senior one helped me shape up.
Yeah. And it took courage, because it takes
took
courage for somebody to move away from what they think, of what others think of them, until when they say, no, I must make it.
I had to make it. I
Yes.
had no alternative.
Yeah.
And even at university, why people thought I was doing English language and English literature was
Yeah.
because there is no single day you'll find me without a book, because
Yeah.
I love reading.
Yes.
So I would be reading a book. I would be
Yeah.
having my clipboard with my
Yes.
notes, but also be having a book,
Yes.
which is not classroom related.
Yes.
And then I joined the drama and praise group of St. Francis Chapel.
Yes.
So I was involved in skits and
Yes.
drama and singing. Honestly speaking, in year one, people thought I was in third year,
Yeah.
because I had developed this level of confidence. Did it come at once? No, it was developed.
It evolved, yes.
But even after university, I will tell you the truth, I am still learning.
Yes, true.
I am still making myself better.
Yeah.
That's why I have gone for public speaking trainings. I have
Yes.
attended like 4 public speaking training sessions, not sessions, but programs.
Yes.
One under Performance Intelligence International.
Yeah.
I've done another one with Inspired Leaders International.
Yeah.
I've done another one under the Rotary Leadership Institute.
Yeah.
I have done others at work, different experiences,
Yeah.
in order to hone my public speaking skills.
Yes.
I have done trainings in emotional intelligence,
Yeah.
in customer service and customer experience.
Yes.
I have done other courses to help me to navigate difficult conversations.
Yeah.
I have gone on to Coursera to teach myself, how do I manage difficult teams?
Yes.
How do I become a better leader?
Yes.
How do I do team building?
Yes.
All the things.
Yes.
These are things, Brian, that you're not going to be taught in class.
Unfortunately, yes. These are things you'll never get anywhere.
You will not get them in class.
These are
no
things,
professor is coming to teach you that today, you know what, we're going to learn about emotional intelligence. No.
They have no time.
But you know what?
Yes.
For example, emotional intelligence. How your behavior affects you and affects others around you.
Yes.
How what you say or you do not say, how it affects yourself and you.
Yes.
Some of us, you will hear people say, for me, I am like that. Wow, that's good. But that is not okay.
Yeah.
You can't keep saying, sorry, that's me. Sorry, that's me.
Yeah.
And even why do you even say sorry?
Yeah.
Because you're not even apologetic.
Yeah, because we've seen this so much, especially people who carry their emotions to the workplaces. And then people who are very egoistic, male or female,
narcissistic,
and people who think they can't change for nobody, and they can either be accepted of who they are and nothing else.
This is me.
Because we've seen it even in relationship where a woman says, for me, that's me. If he can't live by my standards, then I can't go with them. I've always interacted with many whom I tell, I say, wow, so you think he should live by your standards? He should understand you. What happens, you understanding him as well?
Exactly.
Because you as a woman, you need a man who understands you. If a man can't understand who you are, then that's not your man. Then I say, oh, so if you're on that age of being understood, how about a man who says, I also need a woman who understands me? And this is where the crushing comes in.
Exactly.
And this is where the egos come in. And then these egos affect us everywhere. Even the small soft skill that you have, you can't apply it.
It's swept away. It's swept
now,
away.
when we look at people, yes, for you struggled because you came from a rural school. I'll call it rural, and I still proudly rural.
No, I'm okay with that.
And you did that. How about somebody who says, wow, he struggled because he went through a rural school, which is okay.
Yeah.
Then someone says, I am happy, I pay gratitude I went through an urban school that
Mm.
has everything.
Mm-hmm.
But again, when you go into their actions or how they do their work, then you'd rather say, I wish you had grown up from a rural school.
Yes.
So how do you look at somebody who is lacking the soft skills that we are discussing now, that went through all these services, good services around him, and you find him that he has nothing and he's still empty?
Brian, we all know that it's one thing to go through school,
Yes.
but another thing to be educated.
Yes. Yeah.
Some of us have just gone through the system.
Yes.
We are smart, as I said.
Yeah.
We have good grades.
Yes.
But when it comes to how we interact with people, we don't know.
Yes.
When it comes to how we speak with people, we don't know.
Yes.
I've been in workplaces where people speak without tact.
Yes.
Fine, what they are speaking, it makes a lot of sense. Actually, it is necessary, but somebody has not thought about how to package the message.
Yes.
For example, you are my senior.
Yes.
I meet you. You have instructed me to do something.
Yes.
But I am not in total agreement with how you want me to do it.
Yes.
So I've seen people just come out and disrespect their seniors, yes, under the guise of I'm assertive,
yes,
and I am given a space to open up and to speak.
Yes.
There, I think we need to be careful, yes, because eventually you become assertive. Yes. Actually, I think the word assertive is misunderstood.
Yeah.
Because being assertive is being able to express yourself, but also being mindful of how others feel. Yes. But some of us say, me, I'm an assertive guy. I am a candid person. Yes. I am blunt.
Yes.
And then you just throw things. Allow me to use the Chiga expression.
Yes.
The Chiga would say, you would say things vagarantly.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Vagara.
Yes.
How can you just speak vagarant?
Yes.
Just because I'm a Mchiga. You say, me, I'm a Mchiga.
Yes.
And you just throw it there.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
You cannot do that.
Yes.
When you're communicating, especially a hard message, yes, when you are communicating something that you think somebody will disagree with, yes, or if when you are communicating disagreement, yes, you need to be tactful, yeah, so that you have buy-in from the person you're saying it to. Yes. Because the whole reason you are communicating your disagreement, yeah, is that the other person will be swayed to what you think. Yes. So you need tact. You need some diplomacy.
Diplomacy. And you forget that he's your senior.
Exactly.
He's your boss.
Exactly. So instead of saying, Brian, I don't think this will work. I don't think we should do it this way. I think we should do it this way. Yes. No. I would come and say, thank you, Brian. Thank you for this suggestion. Is it okay to explore other options? Yes. For example, what if?
Yes, what if?
What if we did it, yes, this way? Yes. What are your thoughts?
Yes. Well, this is my perspective of what you've told me to do.
My perspective on this is this. I don't know what you think about it.
Yes.
You're trying to still pick his thoughts.
Yes.
You are not imposing.
Yes.
Now, if I came and said, Brian, this is not going to work, and so I'm not going to do it, yes, that is very disrespectful, yeah, and it can come off as insubordination. Yes. Right, you have the right to express yourself, yes, to speak clearly, your thoughts, but you need some tact.
You need, yeah. And this is where
soft skills.
The soft skill
the
comes
soft
in.
skills.
The soft skill comes in.
Another thing, if I know that I am having a divergent idea from my bosses, yes, what do I have to do? Yes. On top of diplomacy and tact, I need to be emotionally aware. Yes. What state of emotions is my boss at the moment? Yes. Before I raise this.
Such matter. Yes.
Because you might go when he has just had a rough, yes, phone call.
Yes.
Maybe the board
has
just bashed him.
Yes.
And then you also come without knowing, without reading the room, without reading the environment. Yes. You just come with, boss, I think this is not going to work.
Yes.
What do you expect is going to happen?
Backlash.
It's a serious backlash.
Thank you, guys. I think, guys, whatever we're discussing here, these are simple things.
Yes.
What do I learn from Solomon? If you're out there, you may be employed, no matter how big your position is. You lack certain soft skills of probably management. What if you say, on my salary, let me sacrifice some little money. I contact Solomon or any other person and then sit them down and say, Solomon, I'm in this position, but I have a difficult boss here. I have this challenge. I have this challenge. How do I address the matter? Or in case they have a problem in my management, how do I address myself? How do I respond to my boss who always tells me, do as I say, but not as I do, or who always gives me instructions that are against the company policy? How do I address it? Because remember, even if it is against the company policy, the boss still has a right to sign you out of this company. By the time you argue for yourself, probably you've lost your job.
Exactly.
So I think it's not about you standing with your egos out there, because it can cost you. And I always tell people that be mindful that this job you got, yes, you may look at you as your job. It's not your job alone. It's a job of your family, where your children benefit from, where your whole family actually benefit from, because
nuclear and extended.
So sometimes even keeping this job, just know that there's so many people who benefit from it, and you losing it, you may be egoistic and say, let me leave this job, but how many people are behind that are going to cause you more stress because you took a decision to leave your job? This takes me back again. When you talk about how people, on jobs, there's something I've always talked to people about. I said, yes, you may be saying, you may be egoistic, you may be arrogant, you may be, what, name it.
Blunt, candid.
Absolutely. In your family.
Assertive.
If you're in your family, you get your house and you'll even kick the buckets everywhere. And they will say the man has come in or the woman has come in. They will say, okay, we are used to her. Okay? And then you get out of your house and then you shout to the taxi guys, boarders, everybody in the street. They will say, wow, she's a mad woman. He's a mad guy. We know him. And they will leave you and they go away. Then again, you enter your office. Okay? Now, you enter your office and then shout at your boss. Now, that's the day when they will know that actually you need medical attention.
Yeah.
What does this mean? It's the day that you do not realize that at home they're used to you are the boss. On the way, the taxis and everywhere, you still nobody will say you're a stranger. Yeah. They will leave your stupidity and they will leave your ignorance there. And then when you enter your job and then shout at your boss, means that you're forgetting that actually your boss has the key to your employment, or they'll kick you out.
Yeah.
And that's why we say, when you're followed with foolishness and ignorance, it's where we miss it out. And these two things are inherent, actually. It has nothing to do with you going to school or not.
Yeah.
But I think it has this way of where you understand that you need certain soft skills that would actually be more massive and better than the hard skills we talk about.
That is very
because
true.
when we talk about the hard skill, do you know what happens? Somebody says, I know how to do my job. After all, I'm the only one. After all, when I'm not present, the company will look for me. But you forget that the soft skill will actually add value and actually help you make, because anybody can do the harder skills.
Yes.
But the soft skills, not anybody can have it.
Now, let me comment on something that I think our viewers will be interested in. Of course, I have been in working environment for all my working life, as in I am hired. I work for somebody. I work for an organization.
Yes.
There have been conversations regarding toxic environments, having toxic bosses.
Yes.
And people say, no, you cannot stay. You just have to walk.
Yes.
Learn to know when to resign and walk away. I agree with that. I do not want people to stay in what they consider toxic environments just because, man, my job, my family depends on this. I would like to really emphasize that. However, before you declare the environment toxic, before you declare your boss toxic, I think it's important for each individual to do an introspection. Sit down and dig from within you and find out, are you any different? Because it is easy for all of us to point a finger at the outside environment and we do not draw a light onto the inside environment. Sometimes when we are well aware, and so I will take us back to emotional intelligence.
Yes.
When you are well aware of who you are,
Yes.
your weaknesses, your strength, you have done the SWOT,
Yes.
or you have done, recently I did the MBTI
Yes.
assessment
Yes.
for personalities.
Yes.
Every time I do these things, I learn new things about me.
Yeah.
Before you declare your boss bad, before you declare your environment bad, first go back and think about you.
Yes.
Do a certain exercise to show who you are.
Yeah.
Do a self-awareness. Because when you are aware of who you are, you easily interact with other people with a lot of grace.
Yes.
There are certain things which will happen and they will not offend you because you are self-aware.
Yeah.
For example, I tend to be quite impatient.
Yeah. Which is inherent with humans sometimes.
Quite impatient.
Yeah.
And when I have a staff, I have worked in a supervisory role for a long time. Actually, from the time I got to work,
Yeah.
I was a supervisor. I was a project head when I was 23.
Yeah.
And when I want something done and you are supposed to do it, for example, it's Brian to do it, and then you are taking your time, you're not delivering it in the time period that I need, and I really get impatient with you.
Yeah.
I end up sometimes doing stuff myself.
Yeah.
And at my workplace right now, we do the 360 degrees appraisals.
Yeah.
And so my supervisees have brought it out several times that I should be patient with the slow people.
Yeah.
I know that.
Yeah.
I want to be on spot.
Yeah.
I am so, you know. So because of that, sometimes when I'm about to be impatient with somebody, I catch myself.
Yeah.
And then I talk to myself and say, calm down.
Yes.
Wait a minute. Is it okay to give this person a view? Or I will walk to you and say, would you want some more minutes regarding the other assignment?
Yeah.
Instead of saying, I gave you this assignment,
You
it has,
must-
you have taken so long with it.
Yeah.
No. I'll come to you and politely,
Yes.
of course I'm reminding you,
Yeah.
but this is polite. I'll say, do you think you need more time regarding the other assignment?
Yes.
That is better than bashing the person.
Yeah.
I have, first of all, I'm managing myself, but also I am trying to make sure that you are not the one dragging me
Into the negative.
into the negative side.
Yeah.
Another scenario I'll give you, I love using myself as an example. There is one time, because I always tell people it's important to talk to people with grace and courtesy.
Yeah.
And respect.
Yeah.
I do not like to be shouted at. It doesn't matter whether you're the CEO of the organization and I am the sweeper.
Yes.
I do not like being shouted at, being disrespected in any way.
Yeah.
When that is done, I really, the worst comes out of me.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I've had two occurrences, significant occurrences, where I was shouted at by my supervisors.
Yeah.
And I felt like holding this person and hitting him on the wall.
Yeah.
Like you hold him by the neck and
hit him. Yeah. I can
so
imagine.
in that way, I have learned that when I get flustered, I talk to myself to calm down. Calm down, calm down. You're the leader here. You have to make a difference. You have to behave differently. You're the mature person here. So I calm myself down. Do I let it go completely? No. I find an appropriate time when I'm calm. And then I'll have a one-on-one conversation with that person.
Yeah.
And say, you know what? This is what happened. And I will say, this is how I felt.
Yeah.
I won't say, you.
Yes.
I say, this is
how
this is how I felt during that conversation. I don't think I would love to have such a thing happen between us. If you have something to say to me, I would prefer that you say it more respectfully, or better still, when we're having a one-on-one.
Yes.
It's better that way.
Yeah.
Now, it so happened one of the times recently, I was on a phone conversation with one of my supervisors, and I caught myself raising my voice.
Yeah. Yourself now, falling on the other side.
Yes.
Yeah.
I raised my voice. and I caught myself.
Yes.
And you know what I did? I thank God for that inner man,
Yeah.
the sense I was like,
Yeah.
you have raised your voice, it is not appropriate.
Yes.
I just told the person on the other line, I said, you know what? Please forgive me, but I'm ending this call now.
Yeah.
And I ended it. And I thought about it. We're getting into the weekend. And on Monday, first thing in the morning,
Yeah.
I called this person. I said, I would like to have a conversation with you. And I had to apologize.
Yeah.
Some people think apology is a sign of weakness.
Yeah. It's a sign of strength, actually.
So I called my supervisee
Yeah.
and apologized to her.
Yeah.
I said, I am so sorry. I realized the other day when I was talking with you on the phone, I raised my voice.
Yes.
That was not necessary.
Yeah.
But was I happy with what you were saying? No, I was not.
Yeah.
And so, but I'm sorry for raising my voice. I do not have the right to be disrespectful. I do not have the right to shout at you. However, now I had to face the matter.
Yes.
Looking at what was going on, I think it would have been better if it had been handled like A, B, C, D.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I am at good terms with that person right now.
Yeah.
I've just done appraisals. I had the most peaceful appraisal with her.
Yeah.
We laughed. Actually, even that incident came back again.
Yeah.
We talked about it and we laughed about it.
You drop the ego, because what I learned from you as a man, dropping our egos. Sometimes the ego overruns us.
Yes.
And to our viewers, I would tell you, what is ego? Ego is a false self-identity of who we are not. Ego is the false self-identity of who we are not. In most cases, the ego is trying to come up to actually portray the image we are not. In this case, we use it as a defensive mechanism to threaten those whom we consider weaker. And when you want to see where people express egos, is where you see somebody says, do you know who I am?
No. You should know I'm your father.
Leave around that. Leave around that, my brother. The men out there say, do you know that I'm your husband?
My goodness.
Do you know that I'm your wife, to the women?
Oh, jeez.
I say that when you see someone, actually, if you're a man out there and you're telling your wife, do you know that I'm your husband? Then that means you've lost the capacity of being a husband.
Yeah.
Do you know that I'm your wife?
Yeah.
That means you have lost the capacity of becoming his wife. And that's obvious. We're not trying to bring it out. Okay. So the moment you come out to emphasize certain things,
yes,
in employment,
your title,
in the job, you're
Yeah.
trying to say, do you know that I'm your boss?
yeah,
That day, if you have ever said it to anyone out there, just know that you are no longer the boss of that person.
yeah,
By virtue of you, yes, by title you may, but they have lost respect to you.
yes.
So most people use it by allowing this ego. So in your case, it's a great lesson that I learned.
Yeah.
And when you are sharing this, most people do not know. And what amuses me that these things happen to people who have gone to school,
Yes.
who have the masters, who have
Yes.
4 degrees, who have those positions. It's so
Brian, soft
It-
skills are
yes.
not in the degrees.
Yes, and people don't understand this. That the soft skill comes up even how you treat your house manager,
Thank you very much.
how you treat the junior.
Actually, I
Yes.
wanted to get there.
Yes.
How do we treat our soft skills, our level of education is easily depicted through the way we treat people who are especially below us.
Yes. Our juniors. Actually.
Your mastery of soft skills
Yes.
is tested
Yes.
through the way you treat people who are below you.
Yes. I would give you this example. I one time, I'm a shoe hawker. People know me as Bravo Shoes, and I would like to appreciate everyone who supports Bravo Shoes for all your school footwear and for people living with diabetes. Now, I one time went to meet this is the CEO of Butter. Bravo and Butter. We are the same way brand. So in the morning when I went to meet, because I had a meeting, they wanted a meeting with me. So I walked in to see them. So in the morning, it was in the morning. So they came from the car. I had already packed as well. Guess what I learned? So when this person came out, they found the cleaner was cleaning the cleaning. And guess what? The CEO stood on the side. And the cleaner, of course, says, "Oh, boss, come in." Says, "No, finish what you're doing."
Yeah.
The person who was doing the cleaning cleaned, finished, and then the CEO ushered me in office smartly and respectfully after greeting this cleaner. But I want to surprise you. I've seen so many, the managers, supervisors, they will step on the cleaner and they
Yeah.
don't care what the cleaner is doing. And they'll step in and they will go away because they feel they're in a hurry or they feel that the cleaner has delayed.
But
The lesson I
they
learned,
also
yes,
want to show you that that is our job.
that's a cleaner.
Yeah.
The humility. I mean,
Yes.
the humanity in us, the respect you see this boss, how the boss comes into this office, how they even treat anybody who is delivering tea off to them,
Yes.
who is cleaning their desk. You see them respectfully.
Yes.
So I learned a lot, and I'm like, wow. Even if I have my urgent meeting,
Soft skills.
somebody's supposed to finish the work. Or you can even respect to say, please, I have a meeting.
Yes.
Just try to summarize for us, then we can enter.
Yes.
It's a soft skill.
Yes.
It means that this person had the soft skill. Now, when we talk about the soft skill, let me take you back. How come that these challenges are actually to the junior managers? They are managers, but I call them juniors. When they are juniors, there are people below them. It is more expressed in these levels of supervisors, managers, second level, third level. They are catastrophe to organizations because most people below them suffer a lot. How do you, as a person who trains soft skills, if you look in the camera and there's a manager here, I know our content will also go to LinkedIn. I know LinkedIn. LinkedIn is one of our best platforms where we put this content.
True.
As a trainer, as a person who has been there, as a manager, talk to the person who is in this position, but many people below them are actually suffering.
I have been a manager, and I am a manager. I would say I'm a mid-level manager where I work. And one thing that I have learned is that we have to respect the way up.
Yes.
Because you will need those same ladders at some point on your way down. You cannot stay at the top forever. Yeah. And you do not know the future of this person right now. Yeah. At the moment, they're your juniors, but tomorrow, tables turn. And as the saying always goes, it may sound cliche, but man, it's a small world and things change. So it's good to, my mantra is treat everyone with courtesy, grace, and respect. I'm not saying that I have already accomplished this mastery of soft skills. Let me speak like Paul. Not that I've already attained fully. I'm still work in progress, but I'm always mindful of being gracious and respectful to the people below me. And that's why I can have the courtesy of apologizing when I believe that I have been overboard, when I believe that I've communicated badly, when I realize that I've disrespected somebody, I will apologize. As you said, it's not a sign of weakness. Actually, I have found strength in that. I have found that I've become vulnerable to my people, that they believe that I'm authentic and I'm human. And so whenever there is a challenge and I point it out to them about them, they receive it with an open mind because they know that I'm human, that I've also accepted and acknowledged my mistakes. One of the best soft skills is to acknowledge your mistake and be vulnerable.
And drop the egos.
Drop the egos. And by the way, this is not just about work, it's not about, but also in our own homes. In our own homes. Who says that a man should not apologize? I'm a man. I can't. I can't be that weak. Others even go ahead and say, "You're behaving like a woman." Man, I'm apologizing.
And that's it.
And that's it.
You're taking full responsibility.
Thank you very much.
Apology means that you're taking full responsibility of the incidents that happened.
Yes. And that has brought peace. And I say, you know what? I'm sorry. And I mean it, that I'm really sorry. It is very important. Even somebody actually recently, I know this is contentious, but I will say it. Somebody has said, if I've made a mistake and I realize I've made a mistake, but it's involving my child, I can never apologize.
Yeah.
I said, I think differently.
Yeah.
If I've made a mistake and it involves my child,
Yes.
I am going to apologize to
Yeah.
my child. You know why? Because I'm training my child.
Yes.
This is important that tomorrow, even when you're my age,
Yes.
you should be humble enough
Yes.
to acknowledge when you make a mistake.
Yeah. True.
So I apologize before my children.
Yeah. Let's look at this now. The children, yes, I may not apologize to my sons. Maybe, probably, because
Yeah.
I know maybe they will take advantage. But let's look at this perspective now.
Mm.
You are the manager.
Yes.
You took a wrong decision. You are the boss. Give the soft skill to somebody watching now. That you're in the position of managerial.
Uh-huh.
You've realized you made a mistake,
Mm.
and the person you have to apologize to is your junior. How do you approach it? Professionally, tactfully, keeping with your respect as well. How do you go about it?
I think I just gave that scenario. I mean, that the incident that happened.
Yes.
Because I made a mistake.
Yes.
I was wrong.
Yes.
I raised my voice.
Yeah. You're senior.
To my junior.
Your
This
junior.
person was my junior.
Okay. Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
The person was my junior.
Yes.
So what I did, I realized that, and I had to have a one-on-one conversation with them.
Wonderful.
So the first thing I did, I said, I am so sorry for what I did the other day.
Yeah.
It was not in order. It was disrespectful.
Yes.
And I have no right to do it that way. Did I not talk about the issue at hand? I did.
Yes.
I had to address the issue at hand.
Yeah.
If I have made a mistake, when I make a mistake, it is very important that as a leader, you admit
your mistake
and get vulnerable. Let your people know that you're a human being.
Yes.
Let your people know that you can make a mistake, but also own up.
Yes.
You don't sweep it under the carpet and say it will pass. Of course it will pass.
Yeah.
But you know what it has done? It has tainted your image. People think that you are not accountable. People think that you pretend to be right all the time, even when things are going wrong. People lose trust and faith in your leadership, and it's going to affect you. It may not affect you immediately, but it starts digging holes into your leadership capabilities. And yet, if you acknowledge and said, you know what, this was wrong, tomorrow when somebody makes a mistake, they will easily acknowledge. They will not hide it. Because they know you are not perfect as well. It's not that they're going to exploit it to their advantage. Of course, when somebody makes a mistake, there are repercussions. That one has to be clear. You set clear boundaries. It's not that you're just going to say, make a mistake, it's okay, I'm also human, I also make mistakes. No, that's not what you're communicating. You're communicating that when you make a mistake, own it,
take
responsibility, and make amends, make good when you are able to. There are certain mistakes we will make and you're not able to make amends, but take responsibility.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Taking responsibility is paramount for everyone. If you don't take responsibility, it's quite unfortunate. I know, of course, sometimes our moods are determined by where we come from.
Yes.
Our homes, ladies, you find that a very abusive husband, abusive wife.
Sometimes also the timing of the month.
Maybe, timing of the month. Maybe timing of the month. Of course, through these soft skills as a man, that's where you'll be trained and told that through this month, probably you may encounter a junior or a senior with you going through this challenge at your job, at employment, that she's going through this time of the month and you need to know on how to deal with that. Maybe you may even look at your, your junior who's a lady or your senior. Maybe she conceived and she's pregnant. And then this time, she's not revealed to you that she's pregnant, but you see her mood swing changes.
Emotional intelligence.
This is emotional intelligence. That's where it comes in. And most of us, we are not trained. You work with the ladies, you don't even know that at some point, the ladies go through their process. Or maybe she conceived or you do know this. And then the best way you can is just actually bash with her. Wow. So anybody looking for soft skills, where do they go to learn them? Because they're deeper and they're many.
Okay.
How does somebody move forward to get these soft skills to improve their career and get to where they want?
There are so many platforms, I would say. Several platforms. you'll ask me, how did you hone these skills?
Yes.
And how are you honing
Yes.
these skills? I
Yes.
would say I'm still a work in progress.
Yeah.
But I've used different platforms. I've done courses online.
Yes.
I have read books
Yes.
on how to improve myself and soft skills.
Yes.
But also, this is a time for you to look out for a person like me.
Yes.
Because I train,
Yes.
I have conversations
Yeah.
concerning soft skills.
Yes.
So look out for me at an individual level.
Yeah.
You could organize a group and I have a conversation.
Yeah.
I have done this with Compassion International.
Yeah.
I've talked with them about soft skills, about personal branding,
Yes.
about how you show up.
Yes.
Eh? I
Like
was
today.
Yeah, I
you know,
was
you see,
seeing you today.
Like today, he told me I put on blue trousers with black socks. I was matching. But he says I made a mistake. These are some of the soft skills. Of course, I told him, man, I left home when it was so early, and I thought I was actually going to put on my black pants.
And I told him that's an excuse.
That's an excuse. So, guys, sometimes when you say this to someone, they may think that maybe you're being critical of them, and they don't take it keenly.
Okay.
But it's learning.
It is learning. And by the way, one thing we need to know about soft skills is having an open mind. Honestly speaking, there are people who will come to criticize you.
Yes.
Now, that's what, they are intertwined.
Yes.
That's when you need to be aware of who you are.
Wow.
There are people who come to talk to you and they're commenting about how you have shown up and they're trying to pull you down.
Wow. Let me give you something as we conclude. There's something I'd want us to talk about. Something very sensitive.
Yes.
You are in this workplace.
Yeah.
And in this workplace, your immediate person who works with you, same desk, almost closer, this person has two challenges. He has a bad mouth odor and has a body odor that you can't tolerate. With our soft skills, how do I approach somebody whose body odor or whose mouth actually stinks? I'll use the word stinking because sometimes this is what we think. This is what we feel. How do you approach this person using our soft skills? How do you approach this person without being offended? Oh, that person offended, offensive, or that person being offended.
Yes.
But you have to bring it out. And I know most offices, people are suffering this problem. You find your best friend, the mouth is crazy and the body odor is not appealing. And he has, actually, besides that, he's a well-dressed man.
Smart.
Expensive, but he has that problem.
Okay.
Use your soft skills to handle that matter.
Why are you putting me on the spot?
No, we did. Maybe somebody's learning through this. Maybe somebody's trying to learn on how to address this matter.
I hear you. Now, allow me to start from this angle.
Yes.
Body odor, mouth odor.
Yes.
These are commonly what we call blind spots.
Yes.
When you go to the Johari's window.
Yes.
And now I will not explain this. Maybe another time I'll have to talk about tools that help us to get to know who we are.
Yes.
Using the Johari's window, this is what we call a blind spot. Things which are known to the public about you, but are not known to you.
Yes.
So people know that you have a bad mouth odor, you have a bad body odor, and you are not aware.
You have a mouth odor, but the nose is not aware.
The nose is not aware.
The nose, which is closer to your mouth, but it's not aware.
Usually it is not aware.
Yes.
And so this is what I would advise us as a way of getting to identify such issues around us.
Yes.
Number one, drink a lot of water for mouth odor.
Yes.
Drink a lot of water. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate.
Yes.
It will keep your mouth fresh.
Yes.
Some people think by buying gum and sweets and they will have a better odor. No, you're just covering it.
Yes.
Don't cover it.
Yes.
Hydrate.
Yes.
And especially if you're not the kind who is always talking.
Yeah.
When you keep your mouth closed for some time, it gets stale.
Yeah.
Please drink water to freshen your mouth. Number two, you need to listen to your order.
Yes.
You need to listen to your order.
Yes.
How do you listen to your order?
Yeah.
What I do normally, when I'm not sure, I do this and breathe out and push out air out of my mouth, and then I smell.
Yes.
my breath.
Yes.
So that's what I call listening to my breath.
Yeah.
So I will do this.
Yeah.
And then I take in the smell.
Yes.
Then I know I'm okay. If you're not okay, you will know.
Yeah.
Number 3, dental habits.
Yes.
Mind your dental habits. It's not just about brushing daily.
Yes.
It's also when do you brush.
Okay.
Some of us brush before meals.
Yes.
It's important to brush after meals.
Yes.
Now you ask me, do I have to move with a toothbrush to work? No.
Yeah.
But you can brush after your breakfast if you have breakfast before you leave home.
Yeah.
You can brush after that.
Yeah.
And then you brush after dinner.
Yes.
Okay? And in the morning, of course, you're going to brush again. Now, I used to do all that, but I still didn't have quite fresh breath.
Yes.
So what did I do? I resorted to doing routine dental checks.
Yes.
Because sometimes you have cavities
Yeah.
that you're not aware of.
Yeah.
And the cavities are giving you bad odor.
odor.
So go for routine dental checks, but also dental floss.
Yes.
Flossing regularly.
Yes.
Floss even when you don't feel like there is anything stuck there. Sometimes I have flossed and have realized actually there are food particles
Yes.
in between my teeth.
Yes.
So floss regularly.
Yes.
But now, how do you?
Yes.
I told you before
Yes.
that I sing in a
Yes.
choir,
Yeah.
and we have this gentleman who really had a problem of
Yeah.
body odor.
Yeah.
And many of us were aware and we would really feel bothered, but we had a problem on how and who should approach the gentleman.
Yeah.
So one day I said, I will be doing myself and this person a disservice if I do not have a conversation with him, because he is basically not aware.
Yeah.
And I'm being inconvenienced. I don't
Yeah.
feel happy about it. So what I did one day, we were seated together and I said, I did something like this. I said, Brian, I think you are the kind who sweats a lot.
Yes.
I was like, you noticed? I said,
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
I
yeah.
did.
Yeah.
I noticed because
Yeah.
I also sweat a lot.
Yes.
And this is not just trying to forge a story.
Yes.
It's true. I sweat a lot.
Yeah.
So I first of all identified with his issue.
Yeah.
Said, I've noticed you sweat a lot. And I also go through the same. But you see, I've also noticed that when I sweat, I tend not to smell fresh.
Yes.
And I think that is something that is happening to you.
Yes.
Like, yeah, you see, because I leave home early
Yeah.
and then I have to do some work. And then
Yeah.
by the time I get here, I'm like, yeah, I've noticed. Yeah, but this is what I have done that has helped me.
Yeah.
I make sure that I scrub so much in the evenings when I'm showering. I really take a lot of time scrubbing, but also I have learned how to apply a deodorant and some good scents. Not that I'm covering, but after scrubbing properly, I use some deodorant.
Yeah.
Have you come across deodorants before? Like, which ones are those?
Yeah.
I said, don't worry. Do you know what I did?
Yeah.
I went and bought a deo.
Yeah. And give it.
And I came to him, I said, remember our conversation last time? He said, yeah, I do. I said, okay, this is what I talked about.
Yes.
This is a deo. And so
Sorry,
just in case, this is just one of them. You could always go out to the shops and pick out something which you think smells good for you.
Yeah.
It's going to help. It has helped me a lot. You see in my cross bag, I have one.
Yes.
I always move with one. Every time I feel like, I can easily apply. This person, later we had to have a certain conversation and he called me his best friend.
Yeah, because he knew. Yes.
Because of the way I packaged the feedback.
Yeah.
I did not go say, hey, you guy. Hey,
Unya.
go unya.
Yeah.
Now, me, I'm having a stage of children
Yeah.
in my house, and they're teenagers now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you know what comes with that?
Yeah, I know the teenager.
That's scent. Now, there is one who is actually, I don't know why, but you know, bodies are different. And we have a passcode in our home. We always say, when somebody is not smelling fresh, you will say, hey, are you okay today?
Yeah.
You seem to be shouting, Ole kana. They get it.
Like a he goat,
You're shouting.
Yeah.
Why are you shouting? Have you just had Then you realize that somebody forgot to do their morning shower.
Yeah.
Then you see them run very fast.
Yeah.
Then you see them, and my girls, they see them doing this, and you're like,
Yeah.
you got it. And I don't have to say, you, why are you smelling? What? No, no, no. I just say, why are you shouting in the morning? And with a smile.
And it's been opposite. You're opposite of me.
How do you do it?
I must admit. Of course, my sons know that I have teenagers, guys. My last born is 17. So, and of course means that they're big men now. So I've always used this, that today you smell like a he-goat. Do you know why a he-goat there? I said, Daddy, I said, you smell like a he-goat. And he's like, how does this he-goat? So I said, I will take you to the village. First smell yourself.
No, first smell yourself.
Smell yourself, and you know the he-goat. And this started when they're young, of course, of that, when, they don't show.
Yeah.
And I've faced the challenge today. And guess the challenge, these are children, when they go, you ask them, the shopping list, and they get some money to go on for shopping.
Yeah.
You find the biggest part there deodorant. And then they buy a deodorant, they buy the sprays as well, the deodorant sprays, they have the other one. And you're like, where did you put the money? He says, Daddy, I have 4 deodorants, then we have the 4 sprays. I say, what the hell is this?
No, that's okay.
Then I'm like, because you see what happens? They see my dressing table with about 4 perfumes, 5
you
perfumes,
very much.
and then the deodorants are made.
Yes.
Then I'm like, wow, it's good. I brought up such a, human beings. When I'm going for an expensive meeting or maybe a serious meeting, I just take one piece of clove, chew it, and then take a glass of warm water. I've showed people that cloves are the best to handle or mouth for them. You may have them in your handbag, ladies out there. As men as well, you can have cloves in your your bag.
Yeah.
Whenever you go for a meeting, maybe you're not sure. Sometimes we eat too much. You're in Cafe Javas. I'm sorry to use this brand, guys. Okay, you're at Cafe Javas, you've eaten their chicken that has garlic because they are marinating.
Yeah.
It is perfect.
Yeah.
Then you go to another restaurant, KFC, they have their own marinations. Then you go to another restaurant, they have mixed foods with different spices that this spice, like garlic, will come out. And somebody will notice that actually you're from an expensive restaurant. But because of their garnishing, it brought you a problem. So I say, look up to that clove, chew it, and reach out to a glass of warm water, take it, you go and enjoy your meeting out there. These are soft
skills.
Thank you.
No, but really, we can go on and on and on.
Yeah.
But I cannot end before I talk about, I emphasize the issue of showing up.
Yeah, showing up. Yeah.
Showing up. I love putting thought to the way you show up.
Yes.
Grooming is very important as a skill.
Yes.
Mind the way you show up. Wow. The way you dress. And as you said, you don't have to be expensive.
Actually, for that matter, we shall have to go back for that. It's an important aspect of how do we show up.
How do we show up?
It's very, very big. It's large. And it's the reason why I'm going to end my podcast with him. Because we need to tell you, how do we show up?
Thank you.
So our next podcast with Solomon Kobwemi is how do we present ourselves? And in this case, we'll be talking about men. And we're going to be targeting the men out there, the managers, or the men wherever you are. It's an important aspect, and it's an important topic that we must address alone. Because when we go into that, man, even tomorrow we'll be here.
Yeah, I agree.
So thank you so much, guys. In our next podcast with Solomon, we'll be talking about how do you show up.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great day, and we'll listen in again.